start our lesson with the first lesson for the second quarter. It is entitled Writing a Close Analysis and Critical Interpretation of Literary Text Applying a Reading Approach. Mahaba yung title pero sobrang ikli lang ng lesson yan. Kasi there are only 4 reading approaches that we're going to study. So, at ginagamit nyo na siya or lagi nyo na siyang ina-apply kapag nagbabasa kayo. Magugulat kayo, yung pala yung tawag. So, yun. Kumbaga, ang gagawin lang natin ngayon is to unlock what is the term that should be accompanied to those things that you do while you are reading. So, we're going to apply a reading approach. So, from now on, lagi tayo mag-apply ng reading approach. Reading, ibig sabihin, magsisimula na tayong magbasa. So, kailangan yung magbasa, kailangan yung mag-comprehend, kailangan yung mag-understand. If you think na sobrang dali ng first quarter natin, yes, kasi there are so much concepts na pinag-usapan natin before. But in this time, I'm going to test your reading skills now. I'm going to test your comprehension skills, I'm going to test your understanding skills, and your analytic skills in taking whatever you have read. Okay? So let's start. So there are actually 4, no? I've only included 3. Pero 4 yung pag-usapan natin ngayon. So sa slide na to, kinulang ng isa. So we have skimming, scanning, extensive reading, and intensive reading. And let's start with the first one, scanning. Okay? Can you please read what scanning is? Aya.
Scanning is a quickly reading a text to get the summary of it. It is a technique wherein students search for a keyword or ideas. Scanning involves moving eyes quickly down the page seeking specific words and phrases. Scanning is also used for the reader to find answers to questions. Once a student scans the document, they will go back and skim it.
Alright, so when you're doing scanning, it is quickly reading a text to get the summary of it. So you're just going to scan it by your eyes. So it is a technique wherein you search for keywords or ideas, and you are also moving your eyes quickly down to the page. Now you're going to seek for specific phrases, and it is also used for the reader to find answers to questions. Once a student, no, after you scan it, automatically you're going to skim it afterwards. Alright? So before we go to skimming, let's further discuss what scanning is. Ayan. When you say scanning, it is reading technique which is done by looking at the most important details of a text in a quick manner. So, speed reading kasi yung scanning. Kaya kapag nag-scan ka, sobrang bilis lang niya. So, hinahanap mo lang important details. Usually, humahanap ka lang ng specific information like names, dates, places, statistics, or facts which are usually noticeable in a text. Like for example, I'm going to ask you, who are the characters of the story? So you're just going to look into it, scan the document, and then look for names, look for the characters that being told in that story, and poof, you are actually scanning, right? Also, in scanning, you skip a large section or part of the text. Remember that. Kasi, speed reading nga siya. So, may specific information ka lang na gustong kunin. And, example of this is when you read a bus ticket, when you read a wedding invitation, when you read a paragraph, you are actually looking into specific information only. And remember that in scanning, you are actually quickly reading a text to get the summary of it. So, quick reading. So, minsan merong mga konting mali kasi nag-scan ka lang. So, pag gumagawa ka ng summary, kasi kinukuha mo lang yung specific information. However, if scanning is getting the important details of a text in a quick manner, then skimming is quite different. Skimming is a reading technique meant to look for the main or general ideas in a text without going into detailed and exhaustive reading. Ibig sabihin, pagdating kay kung si scanning, specific information ang kinukuha niya, si skimming naman kinukuha niya yung main idea ng text, kinukuha niya yung general idea of the text. You are actually getting the main gist of the story or the main gist of the narrative, but you are not going to engage yourself into a detailed and exhaustive reading. So hindi ka magpapakapagod, hindi ka masyadong detalyado, pero kinukuha mo yung general idea lang yan. So skimming is quite binabasa mo yung text para lang makuha mo ano bang ibig sabihin nito. So like for example, nagbabasa ka ng newspaper, 'di ba? Nagbasa ka ng newspaper, 'di ba? Hindi mo naman iniintindi lahat. Gusto mo lang malaman tungkol saan tong news na to. No, that's the question. That's the main question of skimming. What is the theme of this kind of literary piece? So yun yung pinaka pwede mong gamitin or pinaka magandang tanong when you are skimming. Yun yung laging sinasagot na tanong. So in skimming, a reader reads only important information but not everything. So kung papansin niyo, si scanning kasi sobrang bilis niya. Si skimming medyo mabagal siya pero mabilis pa rin siya, no? Hindi natin maintindihan, no? So kumbaga hindi siya kasing bagal ni scanning o kasing bilis ni scanning. Scanning is speed type reading, skimming is also speed type reading, but in terms of speed, mas mabilis si scanning kaysa kay skimming. Kasi si skimming, nagbabasa ka talaga to get the important information, but not everything. Si scanning kasi, you are looking for specific information. Right? So, let's further dig on skimming. When you say skimming, it focuses on the main idea or the general overview of a text. It compels readers to find the topic sentence which summarizes the whole text itself. Right? So it compels readers to find the topic sentence which summarizes the whole text itself, and it does not give much attention to small details. Kasi ibang type ng reading kapag naman nag-focus ka sa small details, no? Kagaya yung mga examples na yan, newspaper, magazine, diba? Travel brochure. So merong binabasa mo siya pero kinukuha mo lang yung pinaka-importanting information. Pag nagbasa ka ng travel brochure, diba? Ang tinitignan mo yung location, yung positive feedback, hindi lang positive feedback, yung positive and negative feedbacks, yung pinakamagandang time kung kailan ka pwedeng pumunta dun sa lugar na yun. So pag magazine naman, tinitignan mo tungkol saan ito, anong gagawin mo dito, ano yung specification nun, diba? So yan yung mga kinakailangan ng skimming. So in reading sa inyo, when you do scanning and skimming, yung mga tanong katina na sinabi ko, alimbawa may story akong pinabasa sa inyo, tapos tinanong ko who are the characters of the story. Pag yun lang yung tanong ko, tapos hindi nyo pa nababasa yung text, diba? So scanning yun, hahanapin nyo lang kung sino yung character, yun lang yung gagawin ninyo doon. Pero pag nag-skimming kayo, tatanong kayo what is the theme of the story, or what is the conflict of the story, pwedeng gano'n. So nag-skimming na kayo nun. Kasi importante na mabasa nyo muna yung text kahit mabilisan para malaman nyo kung ano yung theme niya or para malaman nyo kung ano yung conflict dun sa story. So skimming ang tawag doon. Now, kapag naman bigla kayong ito yung usually na ginagawa natin sa classroom, ginagawa natin sa ating pag-aaral. Yan. So, intensive reading. Intense. Diba? Kaya nga siya intense. Intensive reading, it requires you to read and familiarize even the smallest details of a text. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga merong specific task, tapos may output, ayan. So, ito yung ginagawa ninyo. Like, for example, basahin nyo yung novel na Harry Potter, tapos gawa nyo siya ng critical analysis. So, that is what we call intensive reading. Okay? So, examples of this is, for example, may pinabasa akong text sa inyo, tapos pinalista ko yung mga events na nangyari doon chronologically. Okay? Ibig sabihin, sunod-sunod. O kaya naman, gusto kong ipacritic sa inyo lahat ng elements of the story of the text that we have read. So, yan yung mga tinatawag natin na intensive reading. Okay? So, yan yung ginagawa natin sa school. Usually. Ginagawa naman natin yung scanning. Oo, nag-scanning tayo, nag-skimming tayo. Pero kapag pina-require na kayo ng output, intensive reading ang tawag doon. Okay? Tapos kayo, di ba, some of you are very familiar with what we call Wattpad. Yan, di ba, yung mga Wattpad novels na tinatawag natin. Babalik na naman tayo doon. O kaya naman yung mga pocket books, mga precious heart romances, yung mga manga, ano pa, mga comics na binabasa ninyo. Di ba gustong gusto nyo basahin yan? Fun. Hindi nyo siya binabasa because you are required to read. But you are reading it fully, right? Binabasa nyo pa rin siya lahat-lahat. So, may ibang tawag doon. Ang tawag doon ay extensive reading. Alright? Can you please read extensive reading, Brian?
Extensive reading. Extensive reading is an approach to language learning, including foreign language learning by means of a large amount of reading. The reader's view and review of unfamiliar words in a specific context will allow the reader to infer the word meaning to learn unknown words. Extensive reading is the free reading of books and other written material that is not too difficult for readers. Extensive reading is sometimes called free voluntary reading.
Okay, so una sa lahat, when you do extensive reading, you are doing it for fun. You are doing it for leisure. You are doing it for non-requirement. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka nagbabasa dahil required ka magbasa. Nagbabasa ka kasi gusto mong magbasa. Gusto mo yung binabasa mo. So, extensive reading is also an approach to language learning, including foreign language learning by means of a large amount of reading. So in this kind of reading also, yung mismong reader, nagkakaroon siya ng bagong mga words. Natatanggap niya yung, natututo siya ng mga bagong terminologies. Kasi yung mga unfamiliar words, nagkakaroon siya ng specific context doon. So, nadidefine niya. So, nadadagdagan yung vocabulary bank natin sa ating mga sarili, sa utak natin. So, nadadagdagan tayo ng mga words. So, di ba, na ano nyo yun, na napapansin nyo yun, when you do reading, may mga terminologies na na-encounter nyo na hindi familiar sa inyo. So, what you tend to do is kapag hindi familiar sa inyo, ewan ko kung ganun kayo, kasi ako, ganun ako. Pag unfamiliar yung word, sinesearch ko siya. Tapos, eventually, in my real life world, in real world situation, I'm going to use that word. Unconsciously, nagagamit ko siya. So, bigla na lang siyang lalabas sa sarili ko. Tapos parang, wow, very intelligent. Ganon, di ba? So, I always experience that kind of thing, no? So, it's part of extensive reading. Yeah. Also, extensive reading is the free reading of books and other written material that is not too difficult for readers. So yan, yung ano nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa next slide natin, it is done for fun or pastime. It is loose and comfortable since no task or output is expected after reading, and it develops general reading skills. Examples sa mga binabasa natin, storybooks, comics, tales, riddles, jokes, manga, ayan nga, comics. So, usually, ginagamit nyo yung extensive reading. Okay? So, I hope we are clear on those things. No? Those are the 4 types of reading na kailangan yung alalahanin. So, let's have a summary of it. So when you do scanning, sabi ko nga kanina, it is a speed reading as a reading technique which is done by looking at the most important details of a text in a quick manner. So you're going to look at the most important details. When you do skimming naman, on the other hand, another speed type of reading, which on the other hand focuses on the main idea or the general overview of a text. However, there is another intensive reading. Intensive reading, you are required to read and familiarize the smallest details of a text since a task is going to be accomplished after reading. So, nag-intensive reading ka kasi may kailangan ka gawin after that. After reading. Extensive reading naman, it is done for fun and pastime. It is loose and comfortable. No task is required after reading, and also it helps you to familiarize some foreign words. Okay, so to add or increase our vocabulary skills. So those are the 4 types of reading approaches that we are going to use in the succeeding weeks of our lessons. Oo nga pala guys, baka mamaya magulat kayo. So, in the following text that we're going to read, dati kasi 'di ba we are focused on the Philippine context. In the Philippine context, lagi tayong mga kwento na gawang Pinoy, ganyan, 'di ba? So this time around, we are going to focus on the different literature in the world. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga makikita nyo mga text, it will come from different countries. So, bibisita na tayo sa iba't ibang countries. So, yung mga text na gagamitin natin ay mga text from other authors from other countries. Ayan. So, now, let us proceed to our game. So, to further strengthen our or your knowledge on whatever we have discussed today. Yeah. So, bibigay ko muna yung game natin. So, ang game natin ay Pokemon. Yeah. So, what do we do with Pokemon? Marcy. Marcy. Anong ginagawa natin sa mga Pokemon?
Nilalaro, sir. Pikachu.
Okay, nilalaro. So, kung nilalaro natin siya, what do we do with them? I mean, ano yung main point ng Pokemon? What is the task of Ash? Lalaban? Ano pa? Nasa kanta nila yun eh. Gata.
Nangongolekta sir ng data.
Very good, John Mark. Nangolekta ng data, or we can say, sabi nga, di ba? Gotta catch them all. Pokemon, di ba? That's the theme song of Pokemon. So, in this game, kayong 5, bibigyan ko kayo ng task. You need to catch 5 Pokemons. 5 Pokemons. And each Pokemon is worth 7 points. 5 different Pokemons of different types. At bawat Pokemon na mahuhuli ninyo ay 7 points. Bawat talo ay minus 2 dun sa 7 points na yan. Okay? So, ayan na, binibigay ko na yung mechanics ng game natin. So, let's start the game para makita ninyo kung ano ang naghihintay sa inyo. Wait lang.
I wanna be the very
So, naririnig ba ako?
Good afternoon,
Opo.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so, ngayon, it's time to party. Sorry. So, this will be your activity. Ulitin ko, your task is to catch 5 Pokemons of different types. Meron kayo dapat na isang fire type, electric type, water type, rock type, and ground type. So each of those, merong anong tawag dito? Merong mag-a-appear na dalawang Pokemon dyan. So mamimili kayo sino gusto nyong i-catch na Pokemon. Tapos there will be 3 rounds in order to catch the Pokemon. And there will be questions, of course, that you're going to answer in each. Sabi ko nga kanina, each mistake will lead you to a -2 on the 7 points for that Pokemon. Again, each Pokemon is worth 7 points. Right? So, ngayon, CJ Acosta. Hello.
Hello po, sir.
Okay. So, CJ Acosta, can you please choose a type of Pokemon that you want to fight with your group mates?
Yung fire po, sir.
Okay, fire. So, magsisimula tayo sa fire Pokemon. Ngayon, guys, kailangan nyo mag-open mic kasi kailangan nyo mag-discuss. Kayo-kayo lang, as in kayo-kayo lang. Na
Sir,
mga
sino po
nandito
ka-group?
ngayon. Lahat kayo magkakagrupo.
Isang grupo lang kami.
Isang grupo lang kayong lahat. Tapos mag-uusap kayo. Magdebate kayo kung ano yung tamang sagot doon sa 4 na choices. Tapos, si CJ Acosta ang magsasabi sa akin, since siya ang pumili ng Pokemon type for this round, si CJ ang magsasabi sa akin ng final answer. Okay? So, pero pag-uusapan niyo siya as a group. Ayan. So, group activity ito. So, let's start. Fire Pokemon now. Let's see. Who is in the fire Pokemon?
Charmander.
Wait lang po.
Reveal. Okay.
Charmander.
So there are 2 Pokemon that choices. CJ Acosta, can you please choose one?
Charmander na lang, sir.
Okay, Charmander. Pero bago natin puntahan si Charmander, merong paalala ang mga fire Pokemons. In order to answer their questions and to catch them, you need to read the story Check Niya by Anthony Mara, which I have sent to you a while ago, around 11 yesterday, last dun sa Google Classroom natin. So may sinend ako doon, tapos may sinend din akong story doon sa ating group chat. So you need to open that in order to defeat them or catch them. So si Charmander ang kanyang kinuha. Let's see. You may now talk and discuss it with your friends.
Di ko pa nabasa yun.
Sir, may oras ba yun, sir?
Napapasok yan.
Di ko pa nabasa yun, sir.
Wait
Sir,
lang,
di mo
sir.
ba di post lang, sir?
Post
Yung
na
buong
nababasahin
game
ko na.
natin, basta yung buong game natin ay 30 minutes lang.
Sir, pause muna, sir.
Hindi siya nakapause, so you need to read it now.
Ang ingay, sir.
Scanning. You need to do scanning. Ay. Sorry. Bawasan, di ba? Okay.
Di ko pa nabasa yung story.
Anong story yun?
Dito.
Chenchanya? Chenchanya.
Oo.
Yun ba, sir?
Asan yun? Oo, Chinchan niya
check
daw.
Check niya. Andyan. Nasa group natin.
Nabasa ko na yun, sir.
Saan dito, Bray?
CJ,
Sa Google Classroom.
Nandito daw sa GC.
Type mo dyan, Mark.
Oh, yung drive.
Hospital. Impers.
Anong
Di ba
first?
may during war yun, di ba?
Yung
Oh.
first. Yung first.
Sa purse nga, sa purse.
Yung ibang di pa nakakasagot, show kayo ng opinion nyo.
Teka,
Sina
hindi ko
Marcy?
pa nabasa eh.
Hindi pa nababasa.
Teka lang. Teka lang, babasahin muna. Teka lang.
Brian, ano sagot mo, Brian?
Ito, chin niya.
Wala pa.
Sa akin,
Love.
Quinchania Hospital, CJ ah. Opinion ko lang yan.
After
Opinion.
sister.
Ako din. Yung sa ospital. Walang una ko nababasa.
After sister Natasha died.
Kaling na lang to.
Tools become purer and purer generation third.
Go, guys.
Ano, pala, yung second pala yung akin, yung during Chenya Warp.
Ako rin yung second akin.
Ang nga second yan ah.
Second yan.
Si Marcy pati si Brian, anong sagot nyo?
Sa ospital. Una. First part ng story, una eh. Hindi ko pa nababasa lahat.
Settings yung hinahanap ah.
Second, CJ, second.
Settings yung
Wait lang
hinahanap
pre,
ah.
yung iba kasi wala pang sagot. Tignan natin.
Ina-hospital during Kenyanya War. Sagot ka.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, anonymously yung di po yung sagot namin. Kasi isa lang po ata.
Baka mag-tutunan.
Alright, so your answer is letter B. Okay.
Wrong.
So, sa mga hindi nakapagbasa nung check niya, so, meron isang babae doon. She is most likely a nurse. Her name is Sonia. Okay. So, the story happened, yun na yung clue. Most likely, the girl is a nurse. So, it's in a hospital. Okay? The question there, the thing there is that, meron na tayong dalawang choices na hindi pipiliin. So, yung abandoned building at saka yung Chechnya building. Ayan. Tapos, as you go along with the story, you will see there that there is something that's happening in the surrounding of Chechnya. At malalaman nyo rin that Chechnya is a country. Okay? So, alin kaya sa dalawa? Ang sagot, you answered letter B. So, kapag na-damage si Charmander, ibig sabihin, tama ang sagot ninyo. Pero kapag lumabas ang salitang try again, ibig sabihin, nagkamali kayo. Okay? So, let's see.
Sir, wait.
The...
Sir, pwede basahin ulit? Teka lang, sir.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
na yun, sir.
Kaso, the final answer has been casted.
Okay, sir, go.
Okay. Di ba pag nagkamali naman kayo, meron pa kayong 33 points, di ba?
Lahat kami, sir, minus.
Oo naman, syempre. It is a group. So, let's see. Ang sagot ay in a hospital during Chechnya War, according to your group a while ago when the final answer has been casted. Let's see if it is correct. Amit na. Okay. It's
Tama!
Okay. So, sino yung kanina? Si CJ yata yun. Sabi ni CJ kanina, as soon as he read the question, pagkakatanda ko si CJ yun. Sabi niya, yung letter B, sabi niya gano'n. Tapos, sabi ko, nakakuha na kagad ng tamang sagot. Tapos, sinundan niya nung merong nagsalita na, hindi, letter A, kasi it's in a hospital, na-check niya hospital. Sabi naman ni CJ, hindi, may war nun. Remember that in taking an answer when it regards to setting. Setting, it's not just the place. Diba? It is the when and where. Okay? Setting is the when and where of the story. So, dapat kumpleto siya. Dun sa hospital na yun, at the same time, hindi siya check niya hospital. Wala naman country siya eh. So, wala naman sigurong country na isa lang ang hospital. Na pinangalan ng check niya hospital siya lang. Diba? Wala namang ganun. So, tama yon. Dapat lagi ang tanong nyo pag tinanong kayo ng setting, the when and where of the story. So, titignan nyo yung choices ninyo. Kung sa choices ninyo, wala namang sinabing when and where, so, dun lang kayo sa when, o kaya dun sa where. Pero kung magkasama sila sa isang choices, dapat yun ang piliin nyo. So, good job for that question. Let's proceed to the next.
Sandra. Yung April.
Kasi dalawa sila dun eh.
Chill lang po. Yung pong mga nakabasa, pakisagot po yung sagot nyo mismo. Yung sina Josman, Kiamzon, and Brian Santos, please later na po kayo magpagot.
Sure.
Sure. Sana all nakabasa na.
Si John Mark
Yeah.
at si Aya, magsagot na kayo.
O sa akin,
Tapos mamaya,
Sonja sa akin.
gusto ko lang i-identify nyo yung tanong kasi main characters. As in, madaming characters yun. Main characters, okay po.
Ako po yung last choice, yung tatlo.
John Mark, ikaw na.
Pangapat sa akin.
Tatlo po. Ano po sagot nyo?
Characters, hindi isa lang eh.
Apat.
Apat kasi. Apat.
Si Josman po at saka si Brian. Ano sagot nyo?
Kayo pa.
Majority wins.
Sir D po yung sagot.
Okay. Okay, so your answer is letter D. Okay.
May bata ba doon?
Meron.
Meron.
Yung gano'n ni Ahmad yun.
Meron
Ah,
pong
sige,
bata dun sa store.
Sige. Yun na lang lahat. D.
Alright, so batay sa pagkakarinig ko, so ang sagot nyo ay letter D. Okay. Nakuha na naman ang clue. Nakakatuwa. So the question is, who are the main characters of the story? So play with the words. Main characters. Ibig sabihin, dalawa na dyan ang wala. Yung si Sonia at saka si Ahmad. Now the question is, among the two left choices, sino doon ang main characters of the story? Okay. Your final answer is Sonia, Ahmad, and the child. Ayan. Okay. So, final answer na ninyo yan. Now, when you are dealing with the main characters, guys, as we have discussed last time, they are the people who revolved around the story. And usually, they are the people who are talking to each other. If you have read the story, the child
Feel ko pre yung
never
si pre.
talked.
Parang
Right?
yung 3 yata. Yung si pre. Kasi
The
yung
child
bata, yung
is
bata din.
just a minor
Meron.
character. The correct
Oh.
answer is letter C.
Grabe,
Sonia
sabi ko sa inyo pre.
and
Grabe.
Ahmad. Okay.
Hindi, ang nagsagot ng di yung mga sure na nakabasa.
Good analysis.
Wala akong
no?
child dun sabi.
Well,
Okay lang
it's
yan.
really
Pero nabanggit yung bata dun eh.
It's really confusing because
Main characters kasi.
may child kasi, 'di ba? May child kasi.
Oo,
Nandun
pero
naman
di
talaga
naman-
yung
Di
child.
naman main character yung child.
But the child is not a main character. It's a minor character. So typically it is a dynamic character.
Okay lang yan.
Ay, dynamic.
Okay lang
A
yun,
static
sir.
character. Diba? So kung naalala ninyo, static character siya. Hindi siya protagonist. Static character lang siya. Nandun lang siya for the story. Okay. It's okay. Walang problema dun. At least, di ba?
Okay lang yun.
Naranasan nyo magkamali. Tingnan ko kung gustuhin nyo
Sir,
pa sa
bakit-
susunod.
May tama kami, sir. May plus kami.
Ha? 7 points nga to. So, kada Pokemon, 7 points. Kada mali, minus 2. Okay.
O, sir, dapat papatayin namin yung Charmander bago kami makipag-
Huhulihin.
sir.
Go, guys.
Yung mga
Kasi
nakabasa,
dapat magbasa
sagot.
kayo.
Sagot na yung mga nakabasa.
Sagot ko na si agad.
Si ako, sir. Si...
Sige, ikaw na bahala.
Hanep ko.
Bawal.
Ayoko
Bawal
magkamali.
yun.
Ayoko
Sisisihin niya si CJ pag nagkamali siya eh.
Si Aya. Anong sagot natin?
Nagdedebate
Si
po ako
Aya
sa
ang
dalawa.
ilaw.
Nagdedebate po ako sa
Ilaw
dalawa.
ng daanan.
Ako makakasagot yan.
Si yan.
Yung dalawa,
Yung kasi.
dalawa po yung ano ko eh, sagot ko. Kasi di ko po sure kung ano yung isa doon nasa tamang sagot.
Ano yung sagot mo? Dalawa.
The story, the
Kasi
the
po,
story.
kasi yung isa, yung no sufficient room for the child. Kasi yun yung, kaya naman nagtuloy yung pag-uusap nila dahil dun sa child, di ba po? Tapos yung sunod, yung main conflict, yung sa country, kasi nga may gera po. And yung mga bata po kasi, di ba, alam, pag gera, di ba yung mga bata, ganon.
Gusto po marinig yung ibang sagot ng iba. Kung gusto niyo po yung sagot ni Aya.
Yung sir, dalawa sagot namin.
Hindi, tsaka ano eh.
Para
Tsaka...
Aya, pili ka isa. Ikaw na lang bahala.
Sige na.
Di pre.
Anong gusto niyo? D. Ayun na natin sabihin, sinabi ni Aya.
Oo, kasi sinabi niya.
Dalawa raw sagot niya eh. Dalawa eh.
Dalawa po sagot ko.
Hindi pwedeng dalawa. Dapat isa lang.
Si Yaya.
Teka lang.
Ano lang?
I'll give you a clue.
Kung ano po yung majority, sige.
I'll give you a clue para malinawan kayo ng
Ay,
konti.
teka, may clue.
May clue.
Clue.
Di naman main conflict yun eh.
What seems to be the conflict? When you
What
say
seems lang
conflict,
naman,
I
di ba?
am asking about the main struggle of the story. The main struggle.
Sa tingin ko, letter ano yan.
Letter B.
O kaya A.
Letter B yan, main struggle. Namatay. Ang struggle yun, pre. Pag namatayan ka, pre.
Di ba si?
Hindi ko din alam. Hindi ako nakabasa eh.
Ako rin naman hindi. Instant ko lang. Feeling lang.
Feel ko lang, letter B. Pero majority wins. Punta tayo sa D.
D.
Kayo bahala. Kayo yung nakabasa eh.
Napito ako sa lahat ng ganito.
Bakit?
Hoy, isang Pokemon pa lang kayo. 30 minutes lang kayo maghuli ng Pokemon.
Di nababagot ko dito.
Ako si ako.
Go. Hindi pwede.
Ito si Brian eh.
C or
Hindi
D?
pwede. Si tayo lahat. Sige, si.
Wala kayo, wag. Kayo wala.
Natakot eh.
Sige,
Oh,
si
CJ,
tayo lahat.
I want to hear from you.
Si Aya, final. Si Aya.
Si Aya ang ilaw, pre.
Nung nabasa niyo yung tanong.
Oo. Yun na lang. Yung unang naisip nyo. Tapos yung unang naisip nila dalawa eh.
Hindi, kay Aya lang yun eh.
Pag ako nagkamali dito, di na magasagot. Bale kayo na lang bahala kung anong majority
Ako
nyo.
rin po, sasama po ako kay Kuya CJ. Mali po
Kami
tayo.
since me 17 lang po.
Ay,
ako.
teka lang ha.
Kuya.
Yung hindi nagpa-participate, hindi kayo makakakuha ng points ha. Nakalista yun.
Gagi, pag ano, pag hindi kayo nakabasa eh, tapos hindi kayo sasagot.
Pero
Ay,
ano ko lang.
nagre-record ako, kala nyo ha. Tawa-tawa lang ako
Feeling
dito,
lang.
nire-record ko yung nasagot.
Eto, sagot ko, si mismo. Bahala na kayo kung gusto nyo ng C, pero sasagot ko, ano. Ayoko i-finalize, natatakot ako.
Sige, C, go. C.
Okay.
Letter A lang. Sisihan.
The story is
Walang
about the,
kasyan, walang kasyan.
Okay.
Wala
it has been casted. No? Your
Sina,
answer
sir?
is letter C.
Majority eh, bahala kayo ah.
Okay.
Walang sisi.
Then, okay. Bigyan ko muna kayo ng konting clues since nakasagot na naman kayo. Okay. So, sa story natin, si Sonja, namatayan siya ng sister. Okay? Kaya siya nandun sa hospital na hindi na siya umalis doon. Tapos, totoo rin na si Ahmed, inoffer niyang ipaampon yung bata kay Sonia. So, totoo yung letter A. Totoo rin na merong nangyayari sa country of Chenya and that is the war. Totoo yun. Yung letter D, hindi yun sinabi sa story. Muntik na kayong magkamali. Hindi siya sinabi sa story that there is no sufficient room for the child. Sinabi lang,
Meron.
sinabi
Wala
lang
lang ata
ni
ng
Sonja na hindi niya tatanggapin yung bata kasi this is not an orphanage. Yun lang ang sinabi niya. So, alin sa ABC ang tawang sagot? At ang sagot nyo ay letter C. The main
Gagi, feel
conflict
ko talaga pre, yung ano pre.
is the surrounding conflict surrounding the country of
Sige,
Czech.
go.
Parang A yung sagot.
Hold your breath
Di,
in
parang-
5,
Parang B.
4, ay, CJ, CJ
Wala,
last
sir.
ka. Stop presenting.
Nahihimik na, sir.
CJ Lasika,
Ano magsagot?
nagpe-present ka. CJ,
Huwag
yeah,
ka
thank
mag-present
you.
pre.
Okay, letter C.
Yung-
Let's see.
Ano sagot pre? Hindi ko makita pre.
Sir, di namin kita yung presentation niya.
Ay, mali.
Anong
Tama.
balik ko again?
Hindi nyo nakita yung ano. Yung,
Tayo.
tama, it's letter C. It's the war. So, hindi nyo nakita yung ano yung animation. Mamaya makikita nyo ulit. So, yung cut.
Bakit go again?
So, tama po, sir?
Oh, tama
Tama,
siya.
si-
Siyempre kasi nakatatlo na nahuli niya na si Charmander.
Tama, sir. Tama yun, tama.
Tama siya,
Tama,
tama.
Yay!
The main conflict
Tama,
is
Sabi sa'yo, si A. Wala
the
si
war.
Gal.
Si Brian lang ang nanatili sa kanyang sagot. Na hindi siya na-wave. Kanina pa siya letter C ng letter
Ay,
C.
nagpiti naman ako.
Ayan.
Si.
C. Ayan.
Ibang
So-
Pokemon naman sir.
Okay. So, let's
Dot
see.
na naman.
Ano nga ako? Hindi nga ako nakabasa.
Okay.
Nahuli natin?
Nahuli. Okay.
Nahuli.
Okay, so this time, meron na kayong fire Pokemon, meron na kayong 5 points. Kasi meron kayong mali kanina. So may 5 points
Ano
na
tayo
kayo.
pre? Walang legendary sir.
Wala. Sa susunod, pag legendary din yung tanong.
Huwag yun.
Wag na lang sir.
Walang ganun.
Okay. Teka lang, kukunin ko lang yung record ko. Para nalilista ko ang mga pangalan ng mga nandito. So, Tsukamoto. Basta may 5 points na kayo ha. Okay, let's see. Next. Aya, your turn. Ikaw naman ang leader para sa round na ito.
Yes.
Tayo.
Pili kayo ng Pokemon sa 4 na natirang types.
Ay, di pala. Ano,
Ano
pre?
lang po,
Yung
sir?
ano?
Ano?
Yung tubig.
Tubig. Sige, tubig.
Okay,
sir.
water type.
Tubig. Yung tubig tayo, tubig.
Okay, let's see. Water type Pokemons.
Yun.
Choose.
Ano?
Aya. Squirtle or Totodile?
Ano? Totodile.
Ito kuya?
Sir, yung nasa, ano na lang po, nasa right naman po, right.
Nasa right.
Hindi ko alam yung pangalan.
Totodile.
Si
Nasa
Totodile.
right.
Okay, let's see.
Mukhang Totodile
A
lang
wild
sa dito.
Pokemon has appeared. It's Totodile.
Oh,
To catch him, solve this problem. Saran.
First is so this are demanding good knowledge. Ano sir, wait lang sir. What do you
Oh, sige lang, go.
approach or
Ano
Usap
kuya?
muna kayo.
Extensive.
Extensive? Go extensive.
Wala, charot lang.
Sige. Kaya lang.
Yung ano, yung may task after reading.
Ako di.
Extensive?
Extensive.
Extensive. Lagi
Extensive.
ano lang yung cellphone ko. Extensive.
Extensive.
Sir, teka lang. Sino po ba yung magkasagot sa amin ng final answer?
Si Aya.
Wong.
Yeah.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Kaya na pre, okay na pre.
Extensive po ba lahat?
Hindi ka nang pahinga.
Oh, wait lang. Bago
Sir,
niyo i-guess yung final answer niya, wait lang. Let me give you a clue.
Mali daw pre, mali.
There is a clue. Wala ko kasi sabing mali, pero bigyan ko kayo ng clue kasi may mga part na nagbibigay ako ng clue. May clue sa tanong.
Sir, yung
Ano
pong
sabi ni sir, yung improve na knowledge, diba sabi ni sir, wag ano, vocabulary words natin. Yung
May
mga
clue sa
nakikita
tanong.
nakikita natin yung mga word eh, research pa natin. Kaya siguro extensive yan. Ay, improve yung vocabulary words.
Sa pagpipilian.
Ayun pa nga pa, extensive.
Basta, ang clue ko, may clue sa tanong.
Hindi, pag nagbigay ng
Ano sa knowledge? Sa tanong,
Oo.
ang alam ko yung clue sa tanong.
Approach daw, oh. Approach.
reading approach pre.
Wala lang. Charot lang ulit.
Reading approach, pag nagbigay ng clue si sir, may mali tayo dyan pag ano. Feel ko lang eh.
Kasalanan pa ni sir.
Oo, pag nagbigay ng clue si sir, may mali dyan.
Pero kanina,
Pero pag nagbigay ng lesson si sir,
What
tama
do you
tayo
call
dyan.
an approach daw? Approach.
Reading approach.
Nakakaloka.
Charla!
Pero hindi rin po ba, pero pwede rin pong masabing yung skimming at saka scanning tsaka yung extensive pwede pong maging approach yun, di ba?
Lahat
Under
possible answer.
lang po siya ng reading.
Oo, tama.
Oo.
Pangatlo talaga yan.
Pero parang reading approach po.
Reading approach ang
Kasi lahat po sila, demand to improve knowledge. Kasi nagbabasa po eh. Parang ganun.
Yung tatlong yan, tatlo dun sa 4 types of reading approaches. Para
Final answer?
Kayo po.
What's
Ano
your final
final
answer?
answer natin? Ano po final answer?
pangatlo.
Teka lang.
Pangatlo. Sila.
Kuya po,
Kayo.
kuya. Kuya, ano po yung mga ano niyo? C, sagot po.
Basta C.
Okay. Kuya po,
Si
mga
Brian.
kuya.
Mga kuya.
Ba't tahimik po sila?
D.
Ano, B?
Bibi.
Ano, pre?
Extensive.
Expensive.
Expensive.
Kayo, bahala, pre.
Majority wins ulit.
Majority win, C.
Sige,
Na?
C ako.
Sir, final answer po C.
The final answer is letter C. Okay. From extensive to reading approach. Okay. Layo ng nilakta. Okay. So, sabi ko kanina, there is a clue in the question itself. Iba-iba yung perception. Now, may approach, sabi kanina. May improved knowledge, which is actually extensive. Skimming, scanning, extensive can all improve your knowledge. But which one of this is the approach that will demand you to read more to
I think
improve
D.
knowledge?
Extensive. Di ako, sir, talaga. Kasi
Extensive
sabi
ako,
niyo
sir.
kanina, yung
Hala,
vocabulary
sinabi ko
namin,
na yung
mag-i-improve.
terms.
Si Aya na ay, hindi,
Demand.
nakapagod si Aya eh.
To read more. Do you read in skimming?
Kanin, pre.
Nagbabasa ba kayo sa
Scanning.
skimming? Sagot.
Scanning.
Nagbabasa kayo sa skimming, nagbabasa kayo sa scanning, nagbabasa kayo sa extensive.
To read more.
And all of those are
Tama.
reading
All of the above.
approach.
Diba extensive a large amount
So
of
that is correct. Your answer is correct.
Oh,
Oo.
tama.
Kasi yung tatlong yon, skimming, scanning, and extensive, they are all under reading approach.
Ito na naman, it is an example shorter text.
Tama kami, sir?
Yes,
Una.
correct.
Oh, tama, tama.
Scanning, A.
Study.
Kinabahan ako.
Accurate, detailed information.
It is an activity to read shorter text to extract accurate, detailed information.
Scanning. Hindi. Accurate eh.
Yung mga top 1 natin dyan, sagot na kayo.
May top 1 na kayo, wala pang grade.
Oo, sir. Matik na eh. Pinerfect yung ano? Pinerfect yung week 9?
Kaya nyo rin yun.
Sana all.
Oo, pinerfect eh.
Konting push pa.
Konting puyat
Ano
pa.
na pagbibilian dyan? Scanning at saka skimming.
What's your answer?
Kaya.
May sagot daw ni
Ikaw
ano.
siya, scanning.
Sige, scanning tayo, press scanning. Eh, kaya. Scanning tayo.
Sinabi ko yan
Unang
kanina.
tingin, scanning. Pero para skimming.
Para sa akin po, skimming. Pero majority po sa inyo
Parang
scanning.
skimming rin. eh.
Sige, skimming. Skimming pre, skimming.
Letter A, skimming.
Joke, puro ano na to eh.
Oh, majority win nga.
Skimming.
Oo, wala na oo to pag may nagsasagot na.
Okay.
Kasi unang basa
Your
mo
final
pa
answer,
para
Aya?
sa para sa
Scanning?
Skimming.
Okay, skimming.
Letter A.
When you do
Tama yan,
skimming,
tama
you are
Feel ko pre, ano pre?
extracting
Scanning.
the main gist of the text. So your answer skimming is correct.
correct.
Nice one.
Tama.
Patay na oh. Patay. Ba't di pa namatay yan, sir?
Catch na. Kakatch nyo na siya.
Reading to get the summary. Scanning.
Nakaw, diniscuss ko yan kanina.
It is quickly reading to a text.
Scanning.
Scanning.
Okay. Oh, may mga hindi pa nagsasalita ha. Hindi ka makareceive ng points.
Yan, scanning. Ate. Scanning. Scanning, Mati.
Ate. Nalagad sa
Si Acosta, natabunan na.
Ito ka magsagot, sir.
Letter C, scanning.
Scanning, sir. Scanning.
Okay.
Sabi nang nagturo
Aya.
sa scanning daw.
Final answer, letter C, scanning.
Okay. It is quickly reading a text to get the summary of it. Sinabi ko yan kanina. Under the reading approach, scanning. Correct.
Uy, tama.
Ina mo.
Okay. So, meron na kayong fire Pokemon, meron na kayong water Pokemon. So, let's proceed to the last three.
Perfect.
So, let's have,
Perfect.
this time,
Brian
kunin
naman,
nating leader si Brian.
Si Brian naman, sir. Si Brian.
Sir, yung kuryente.
Okay. Electric type daw.
Pikachu. Thunderbolt.
Huwag mo ano yun si Pikachu, pre. Malas din, pre.
Oops.
Malas yan, pre, pag Pikachu.
May gusto niyo.
May warning yung mga Pokemon bago kayo pumili.
Babasahin na naman.
You need to read adaptation from the journey to the river of the sea. To the river sea, I mean.
Tagalan yung pumili.
Ano gusto niyo dyan?
Sir, pwede mag pumili ulit ng ano, Pokemon?
Bawal.
Ano gusto niyo dyan?
Ikaw, Bray.
Sir, yung sa kaliwa raw. Kaliwa na lang.
Kaliwa. Okay. So, let's see. So, ulitin ko, in answering the questions,
from the journey
you need to read. Maikli lang yon, yung adaptation from the
Saan
journey
yan,
to
sir?
the river sea. You need to read it.
Nasa GC yan, sir?
Yes, nasa GC din yan.
Teka lang.
Okay. Ampharos. Oh, masasagot niyo yan pag binasa niyo yung story. Sobrang ikli lang nun.
Ginagamit mo tablet, Matt?
Oo, ngayon pag ano lang, ganyan, sa Google Classroom lang naman kasi pwede, saka PDF.
Narrator, sir.
Andito yung story.
Narrator kasi hindi po siya second or first point of view. Nasa third point of view po siya. Yun yung opinion ko po.
Sige, narrator, Bryce.
Sa unang ano pa lang eh, unang sentence pa lang.
Narrator.
Narrator.
Ah, narrator na.
Narrator
na yan.
Okay. Ikaw, ano sagot mo?
Aya, final answer?
Sir, ba't
sir.
ako po, sir?
Brian, sir.
Si Brian.
Ah, Brian pala, sorry. Brian, final answer.
Narrator, sir.
Okay, narrator. Okay.
Gusto niyo narrator.
Tao pa sa dulo.
So sabi ni Aya kanina, sir, hindi kasi siya first person. Hindi din po siya second person. Everything is in the third person, which signifies that the one who is narrating the story is none other than a separate narrator. It's correct.
Yahoo!
Okay.
Baka aya yan.
Okay. Let's have the next question. Ayun na naman tayo. What is the struggle of the main character? Is it A, Maya is an orphan? B, Maya is hated by her cousins? Letter C, Maya was only taken care of by her relatives because of her money? Or D, Clovis pretended to be fiend to escape the crows? Napakadaling tanong yan kung nabasa niyo yan.
What is the struggle of the main character? Yung main character, struggle niya. Ano sagot?
Letter C sa akin.
Tingin ko si eh.
Letter C.
Letter C.
Yan, sagot.
Ba't ako po sinasabihin nyo kahit majority wins naman po lagi.
Kailangan din ng suggestion.
Kailangan mo ng sagot mo.
Ano, C.
Oh, letter C. Letter C.
Final na.
Oh,
Final na, sir.
Bryce.
Okay. So, when number one, you need to look at the question. So, titignan niyo mabuti from the singular or plural ba siya na ginamit. So, since main character, singular tayo, struggle, ibig sabihin main conflict. So, kung main character natin, the main character is Maya. So, tanggal na sa options natin yung letter D. Kasi si Clovis yun. Although struggle ni Clovis yun. Ang pinaka main character natin is Maya. So, there are three. Maya is an orphan. It's never a problem that Maya is an orphan. Kasi merong nag-alaga sa kanya. No? Maya is hated by her cousins. Correct. Tama yun. Maya was only taken care of by her relatives because of her money. Tama rin yun. So, alin sa dalawa ang tamang sagot? What is the main struggle? Okay? And the answer to that is letter C. Maya was only taken care of by her relatives because of her money. That is the main conflict. Doon nagsimula lahat hanggang climax. So, yun yung tatandaan nyo doon sa elements of a story natin. So, si ito, lumitaw to, papuntang climax, no? Rising action to climax. So, that is correct. Letter C is the correct answer. Yeah. Now, for the last question, for this type of Pokemon. Ito, kailangan nyo mag-usap mabuti kasi medyo nakakalito tong type ng question na to.
You are my fire. And I desire.
Tingin ko A. Hindi ko sure.
Pili kayo.
Oh, may final answer na ba kayo?
Si Aya. Ano kay Aya?
Dalawa po yung sagot ko.
A or B. Letter C.
A or B?
B or C. B or C.
Letter C. C.
B or C po yung sagot ko. Pero parang mas ano ko po yung A.
Letter... Ikaw, pre. Ano, pre?
Oh, bago kayo sumagot. Ay.
B.
Bago kayo sumagot, sagit lang, bago kayo sumagot. Total, A, B, C, D naman ang sagot ninyo. Ganito. Merong tatlong characters sa story. The main character is Maya. Si Maya, namatay yung kanyang namatayan siya ng mga magulang, tapos may naipamana sa kanya, tapos inalagaan siya ng isang tao. Okay. After niyang alagaan ng isang tao, nag-pledge yung kanyang mga cousins na sila na yung mag-adapt kay Maya. Pero yun nga kanina, sabi nga natin, what is the main conflict of the story in terms of the main character? Kinuha lang siya para sa pera niya. Inalagaan lang siya para sa pera niya. May isa pang character, si Clovis. Si Clovis ay mayaman talaga, pero ayaw niya doon sa pagiging mayaman niya. So, hinarap niya yung mga problema niya sa buhay, tapos, ayun. Then we have the other one, si Finn. No? Si Finn ganun din. Pero Dahil sa hirap, nakipagpalit siya ng identity kay Clovis. Okay. So, I think it will help you in doing this. What is the main theme of the story?
Success and failure. Char. Char lang.
May dalawang Pokemon pa kayo, guys. Nahuliin.
Ano, sir?
May dalawa pang Pokemon after this. Meron na lang kayong 15 minutes.
Parang letters na po.
Feel ko yung ano eh. Yung ano. Yung ano. Yun.
Basta yun.
Basta yun.
A or C.
Brian, final answer?
Brian.
Si? Sino ba?
Ayo. Ano sa inyo?
Yung iba, di sagot eh.
Sagot
Sagot kayo, guys.
Kung ano yung pinakamarami?
Oo, sige. Letter.
Kaya.
B, tapos Christian, tapos sila CJ, letter C. Ay, letter B si CJ.
Okay. Brian, final answer.
Ano, letter B o C?
C.
C na rin daw.
C.
C na lang po,
Hindi
sir.
ako si...
C.
Letter C.
Okay. The final answer is letter C. Sabi ni Brian. Okay. Love or family is a theme of the story. Jealousy and hatred is also a theme of the story. Struggles in life is also a theme of the story, and success and failure is also a theme of the story. The question is, what is the main theme among those four? Love for family, hindi masyadong binigyan ng justice sa story. Jealousy and hatred, hindi rin masyadong binigyan ng focus.
Success and failure.
Ngayon, si Aya ba, ay si Aya, si Maya ba ay nakaranas ng hirap sa buhay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Si Finn ba nakaranas ng hirap sa buhay?
Opo.
Opo.
Si Clovis ba nagkaranas ng hirap sa buhay?
Yes, sir.
Opo.
What is the main theme of the story?
Struggles in life.
Very good. It's letter C. You are correct. Struggles in life.
Nice one.
Okay.
Woo!
So correct
My God.
yan. Next.
To the...
Kaya,
This
Parang
time,
kaya
let's
na
have
namin
Marcy
gumawa ng ano,
as
sir,
the
eh.
leader of the group.
parang kaya na namin mag-catch na legendary. Carla.
Marcy. Dalawa na lang ang natira dyan. Ground type tsaka rock type.
Marcy!
Ano ba gusto nyo?
Rock type na po.
Oh, rock type na lang daw to, sir.
Rock type. Okay. Alin sa
Ano
dalawa?
pre, si Onyx. Si Onyx.
So, yung kay... Anong tawag dito?
Onyx.
Oh, yun na lang, sir.
Si Onyx. Okay.
Peter.
Ha?
Okay.
Pinapapili lang naman kami. Narbitat. Hindi ko makilala kasi yun.
Okay, go.
Ba't ang haba niyan, sir?
Magbasa kayo
Para pala yung
mabuti.
isa na lang.
Parang last quarter to ah. Sir, last quarter to?
Sir, ang liit naman, sir.
Hindi.
Pero ang liit.
Zoom in nyo.
The use of ropes for hunting, pulling, fastening, attaching, carrying, lifting, and climbing dates back to...
You need to read, ha? Read.
Sir, parang legendary ang tanong.
The very first rope ever made were twisted from empires and to persistent ethically.
Consider
It
as...
was considered as
With and respected, tested, and trusted. Pwede siyang
considered
Oo, tama. Ano iyo?
start at the tip and performing training and shape and the flowers are small and greenish yellow seed producing flowers from elongate pipe-like cluster growing over.
Ayan. Ayan.
Drug pala to?
Letter B yan, boy. Letter B.
Second, first,
Ano?
Kasi yung hempe, ginagawa rin niyang rope.
Oh.
Para sa akin lang, letter B.
Question lang po, sir. Ano pong Tagalog ng hemp?
Droga.
Lamang ka po.
Ng
Okay.
Ano na yun siya, ano?
To be trusted.
Letter B.
Like para siyang drug, pero nagagawa din siya ng rope.
Oh, edi ano siya?
Para siyang cannabis.
Ano damat?
Letter B. One of the most durable natural ropes in the world.
Brian. Ayan. Kasi mo lang dito. Pwede na bang batang lord?
Letter B po ako.
Oh, dalawang tatlo na B. B. Brian, ito na lang.
B.
Isang suggestion.
Hindi ako gagi. Kung saan mas marami.
Sir B.
Okay. In this activity, you are tested to read carefully. The use of ropes for hunting, pulling, fastening, attaching, carrying, lifting, and climbing dates back to the prehistoric times. In Asia, the very first ropes ever made were twisted from hemp fibers. Hemp rope was used during the age of sailing ships. Hemp was considered, may sinabi bang endangered siya?
Hindi siya.
Wala.
Wala.
Okay. Pag sinabi mong prehistoric times, ibig sabihin, ginagamit na siya dati. Pero that doesn't mean that it is sacred and respected.
Preferred and respected.
So, hindi siya sacred and respected. So, dalawa na lang.
B or
One
B.
of the most durable natural ropes in the world or tested and trusted? The correct answer is ginagamit siya sa mga sailing ships. Ibig sabihin, matibay siya. It could be durable, it could be tested. Diba?
It could be
So, pwedeng
trusted.
ilan sa dalawang yon. But, it is dated back in the prehistoric times, which means that it is natural. So the correct answer is yes.
One of the most durable. Nice one.
Okay.
Nice one.
Now go for your second
Ito na
question.
lang, matatalino mga to.
Ito na mga top 1.
Sana all.
Dog, selfish,
Go.
Dapat ang
sacred, shiminawang, kailangan ko basahin ko ini.
Mahaba.
Analyze.
Ako po, letter A.
letter T ako.
A. Dalawa na A.
Letter T.
Kayo, ano?
Kasi kaya A po yung sagot ko po kasi yung kung titingnan niyo po yung sentence, frequently rise or with straw. Hindi po siya lugar. So yun.
Hindi siya.
Oo.
Makakapagawa mo. Letter D.
Suminawa is yung may only made of him, pero pwede ka din makagawa.
Ang hinahanap natin, false ha?
False, which is a false statement. So,
With
yung A
straw,
po
pwede ka rin
yung
gumawa.
Letter D.
Nowadays, more frequently rice or wheat straw. Kayo.
Letter D ako, letter D.
Kasi ang pagkakaalam ko lang po ang Shiminawa is parang sinasabit sa mga shrine. Kaya may nakalagay po na siya na shrine space. Parang nakasabit, parang malalaking, parang hat, yung pang hat.
Yeah.
Ano, A?
Di ba false yung
Letter D.
False ang hinahanap natin.
False hinahanap to ay false.
False pala hinahanap, reset.
Ano? A na?
A po
A,
ate.
A na lang, A.
A, kaya?
A.
A na rin ako, A.
Sure na kayo?
Sige,
Wala nang
A.
patumpik-tumpik pa?
Go, A.
Sir, A. Sir, A.
Okay.
Sir,
Final answer?
A.
final.
Po sir, final answer.
Okay.
Zero.
Isa-isayin natin yung sentence, no? The rope tied a shrine space. Hinahanap natin yung false, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So, the rope tied a shrine space or across its entrances. Tied a shrine space or across its entrances. Ibig sabihin, sinasabit siya. Therefore, Shiminawa serves as a garland. So, tanggal na yun sa choices natin. To mark its sacred nature is called the Shiminawa. The
Tanggal na
rope
yung letter A.
marks its
Letter
sacred
A.
nature is called the Shiminawa. So, Shiminawa marks a sacred place. So, letter A is incorrect. Nasa first sentence pa na yun.
I told you.
So, letter A is not the correct answer.
I told you, see?
Traditionally woven from hemp. But nowadays, more frequently rice or wet straw. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya gawa sa hemp.
Pwede din
Nowadays,
siya
it is
gumawa
made
ng
up
rice
of
tsaka
rice or wet straw. Meron na ba? Ayun. So, ibig sabihin, false itong letter C kasi Shiminawa is only made out of
Made out of hemp.
Ayun.
Three na C.
The correct
Ah,
answer
di ba?
is
Sabi ko sa inyo. False yung hinahanap eh.
letter
Sacred
C.
place yung A.
Sorry
Shiminawa
po.
is a rope. Ayan.
Sorry na.
Okay lang yun.
Sorry po.
Next question.
O, last na.
Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. Most Africa lies within the tropical region. It contains an enormous wealth of minerals and protect fossil fuels, metallic
Let's not talk about Africa.
Africa's river is unique in number.
C. I. A.
Letter C.
Ano mga araw?
A or B? A or C?
Africa's weather is humid and hot.
Ako po C.
C, letter C.
C kasi po yung Africa, po siya, more on land than water.
Yeah. C ako.
Oh, ano? Sino pa? Sino pa sasagot? Ayaw niyo sumagot.
Nag-iisip pa sila.
Pwede pa kayo mag-isip. Pero yung majority C.
May nagsasagot sa chat eh.
Kasi hindi na siya pwede sa D.
Anong D?
Okay.
Second to A siya in size. Unang-una sa statement to.
Oo nga.
Second largest continent.
Okay.
Oh, yung A, humid.
Hindi
Tama
wala
yun.
rin po.
Itong
Wala na rin yung B tsaka
wala
yung
na
A.
rin itong A kasi tropical region siya.
C.
Letter C.
X lang A at D. Yung B, ayan kita na rin dyan. It contains
Pero yung
enormous
minerals,
mineral.
Fossils, minerals. Una result.
Tama rin yung ano, letter A. Africa weather is humid and hot. So letter C yun. Ang tama sagot.
Sir, C na po.
Letter C po.
Okay. Wala na kayo i-discuss. Tama na lahat yung sinabi niya. Africa's weather is humid and hot. Tropical region siya. Africa is rich in natural resources.
Sorry na po, sir.
Sorry for the, misspelling. It should be R-I-C-H, not R-E-A-C-H, no? Correction. Tapos,
Ano, sir?
Africa is second to Asia in size. That's the first sentence. That's correct. There is nothing or no statement that talks about Africa is an archipelago. So the correct answer is letter C. Ayan.
Nice one, guys.
Last
5
na.
points ulit.
Okay. Last na. So we have the ground type Pokemon. And the leader for this will be John Mark. Si John Mark. Ayan. Your turn. Pili.
Bulbasaur, sir.
Bulbasaur. Okay, last questions na to, guys.
Nakakaloka to.
Scanning po.
Scanning po.
Na?
B, sorry.
Scanning.
Letter B.
Letter B, Mark.
Gabay na.
Okay.
Sir.
Good lang ha.
Nawala si Sep.
Okay.
Wait lang daw.
Alisa wants to answer questions quickly, so she'll look for keywords in the selection. That's the term, keywords. You're looking for the keywords, then the correct answer is yes, scanning. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
Buti pa ito madali. Extensive.
Extensive.
Letter B.
Letter B po.
Letter B, sir.
Yes
D.
po.
Letter?
Extensive.
E, sir.
Okay, B. Okay. The correct answer, napakadali, di ba? Improving your vocabulary
Bakit, sir,
skills
madali?
falls
Bakit
under
hindi?
extensive reading. That's correct. Last question.
Yes. Hindi ko mabasa.
Identify the main meaning of the text she is reading. She used. Letter C.
Skimming po.
Skimming.
Sir, letter C.
Ano yung active?
May idea na.
Okay. Kaya
Skimming,
mo
sir.
ba?
Kasi may idea.
Letter C po.
Okay.
Letter C, main idea.
So your answer is
Letter C.
John Mark. What is your final answer?
Letter C po, sir.
Letter C. Letter C is wrong. Joke lang. Tama, skimming. When you go to the or get the main idea of the text, that is skimming. That is correct. Okay.
It's a prank.
So, you've garnered a total of 31 points. Okay. So, ganito yung mangyayari doon para sa kaalaman ng iba. Okay, let me first stop the recording.